It started before anyone even saw them. Before the cameras focused, before the first glimpse of movement behind the guarded exit, there was already a feeling spreading through the crowd, something quiet, tense, and emotional at the same time. Fans stood shoulder to shoulder, phones in hand, hearts beating faster with every passing second. No official announcement could truly prepare them for this moment, because this wasn't just another arrival. This was something deeper. After years of waiting, changes, solo journeys, and silence that once replaced their constant presence as a group, BTS were finally returning to Korea together. And not just physically, but symbolically, emotionally, and powerfully. This was the kind of moment that doesn't need a stage to feel massive. It creates its own gravity. AT first, the sound was small. A few voices calling out, unsure, almost hesitant. Then more joined. And then suddenly, like a wave crashing all at once, the entire space filled with one message that echoed far beyond the walls of the airport. Welcome home. It wasn't loud in a chaotic way. It was loud in a meaningful way. You could hear the emotion behind it. Some voices were steady, others cracked under the weight of the moment. Some fans smiled while shouting. Others were already in tears before even seeing the members. Because for many of them, this wasn't just about seeing BTS again. It was about holding on through everything that came before this. And then, finally, they appeared. There was no dramatic entrance, no over-the-top reveal. Just a simple, real moment. Members walking out, side by side, surrounded by security, yet somehow still feeling close. The reaction was immediate. The cheers grew louder, stronger, more emotional. Hands reached out, not to touch, but to connect. Cameras shook as fans tried to capture the moment, even as their own emotions made it difficult to stay steady. If you slow the moment down, you'll notice the details. The way each member looks around, taking in the crowd. The small smiles, the subtle nods, the quiet acknowledgement of everything that was being given to them in that instant. There's something different in their expressions now. Something more grounded, more reflective. As if they understand just how much this moment means, not just to the fans, but to themselves. Because the truth is, this return carries weight. BTS didn't just pause and come back like nothing happened. They went through a chapter that changed them. Military service, individual growth, personal challenges, and the constant pressure of being global icons. It all adds up. And when you step back into the spotlight after that, you don't come back the same. You come back stronger, but also more aware. That's why this airport moment feels so powerful. It's not polished. It's not rehearsed. It's real, and the fans feel it too. Some are seen covering their mouths, trying to hold back tears. Others openly cry, not caring who sees. Because this is the release of something that's been building for a long time. Anticipation, uncertainty, hope, all of it finding its way out in one shared moment. But here's something even more interesting. This isn't just a local reaction. Even those watching from across the world through clips, live streams, reposts are feeling the same thing. Within minutes, the moment spreads online. Comments flood in from every corner of the globe. Different languages, same emotion. The message stays the same. They're back. And that's where the scale of this moment really starts to show. Because when BTS moves, the world pays attention. This isn't just about music charts or streaming numbers. It's about presence, cultural impact, the ability to turn a simple airport arrival into a global emotional event. And while some might see it as just another viral clip, those who understand the journey know it's much more than that. It's a signal, a quiet but powerful signal that something is shifting again. Halfway through watching this unfold, you might catch yourself thinking, this feels like the beginning of something. Not the end of a break, but the start of a new chapter. And if you've followed BTS long enough, you know that every new chapter brings something bigger than the last. But let's pause for a second, because right now, in this exact moment, nothing official needs to be said.
No anunciante, no teaser, no confirmation.
The energy alone is enough. The way the members walk together, the way fans respond, the way everything feels aligned again, that's the story. And yet, there's still more beneath the surface. Behind the cheers, behind the smiles, behind the viral clips, there's a deeper layer to all of this. BTS has always been open, in their own way, about the pressures they face. The expectations, the non-stop schedule, the weight of representing not just themselves, but an entire global movement. And coming back into that environment after time away isn't easy. But moments like this help. They remind both the artists and the fans why everything started in the first place. Not for records, not for headlines, but for connection, real connection. The kind that doesn't fade with time or distance. As the members continue moving through the airport, escorted carefully but visibly present, the chants don't stop. Welcome Home continues to echo, softer now but still strong. It follows them like a promise, like a reminder that no matter how far they go, there's always a place and people waiting for them. And maybe that's why this moment hits so hard, because in a world that changes fast, where attention shifts quickly and trends come and go, something about BTS and their fans remains constant. Loyal, emotional, real. What happens next? That's the question everyone is asking now. With all members back in Korea, speculation naturally grows. Are they preparing for something? Is there new music coming? Rehearsals? Appearances? A full-scale comeback that will once again dominate the global stage. No one can say for sure in this exact moment, but the signs are there. And if history has taught us anything, it's that BTS doesn't move without purpose. Every step leads somewhere. Every moment connects to something bigger. While this airport scene might look simple on the surface, those who are paying attention know it's not random. It's the calm before something powerful. And even after they disappeared from view, after the last glimpse of them walking through the terminal faded behind closed doors, the energy didn't just vanish. It lingered. Fans stayed in place a little longer, as if leaving too soon would break the feeling they had just experienced. Some kept replaying their recordings, hands still shaking. Others stood silently, trying to process everything that had just happened. Because moments like this don't end when the scene is over. They stay with you. Online, the impact only grew stronger. Clips began circulating within minutes, spreading across platforms at a speed that only something truly meaningful can achieve. Comments poured in nonstop. Fans saying they cried, that they got chills, that they felt like they were there even if they were watching from thousands of miles away. The phrase, "Welcome Home," started trending again, not as a trend, but as a shared emotion. And what makes it even more powerful is how organic it all feels. And no script.
No setup.
No forced interaction, just real people, real emotions, and a real connection that has survived time, distance, and change. This is something very few artists in the world can create. And BTS continues to prove that their influence goes far beyond music. They create moments, they create memories, they create history without even trying. Now imagine this, if an airport arrival alone can create this level of global reaction. What happens when they step onto a stage again, as a complete group? What happens when new music drops, when performances begin, when the world once again focuses entirely on them at the same time? That's the level of anticipation we're entering right now. And this moment, as simple as it may look, is quietly building that momentum. If you've made it this far, if you've felt even a fraction of what fans felt in that airport, then don't look away now. Because the story isn't slowing down, it's just getting started. Stay ready, stay watching, and most importantly, stay connected. Because BTS didn't just return to Korea, they returned to the world. And this time, it feels bigger than ever.